Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students, friends, and listeners. Today we are going to discuss the contribution of Congress of Vienna of 1814-15 and Concert of Europe towards the development of multilateral diplomacy. In our previous lecture, we discussed the contribution of different diplomatic developments in 16th and 17th century, but today we are focusing on Congress of Vienna. Just focus on these two terms, Congress and Vienna. What is meant by Congress? Congress is an action of coming together and having meeting. And Vienna, is the capital city of Austria. So we may say that in Vienna there was a meeting of some actors. But we have certain questions. When those actors met, and what was the basic objective behind this meeting that was held in Vienna? And we can say that Congress of Vienna was a meeting that was held in Vienna. That's why it is known as Congress of Vienna. This meeting was held among whom? This meeting was held among the different representatives of European monarchies, among the different ambassadors of European monarchies, because you all know that after the downfall of French Emperor Napoleon, European powers decided to gain peace by the means of diplomatic practices rather than by waging wars. If you remember the paradox that was given by Publius Flavius, that civis pacem para bellum, if you want peace, prepare for war, and we discussed that by using war as a tool to get peace is not a viable option, because it involves a huge loss of life as well as a huge loss of property, infrastructure, and many other costs are involved by using this option. So instead of using war, instead of using violent activities to gain and to pursue peace, the different European monarchies decided to ensure peace by using different diplomatic practices, diplomatic methods. So that's why they held a meeting at Congress, and we can say that the basic purpose of the Congress of Vienna was to ensure balance of power and was to ensure peace by the means of different diplomatic practices like negotiations and like that. This was not the only meeting that is known at Congress of Vienna. Rather, after that Congress, after that meeting, there was a series of other such meetings, of other such congresses like Aix-la-Chapelle, Tropa, Lebec, and Verona. And when we combinedly talk about all these congresses, including Congress of Vienna, it is called Concert of Europe. So, what is Concert of Europe? Concert of Europe is a series of congresses like Aix-la-Chapelle, Tropa, Lebec, Verona, and Congress of Vienna. And what was the objective of Concert of Europe? Actually, we may say that Concert of Europe was an international diplomatic uh, conference. We may say that it is a series of international diplomatic conferences. Why these conferences, why these congresses were held? To retain balance of power, because when there would be a balance of power, one state would not be in a position to pose a threat to the other states, and to stop the previous aggression that was waged by France. But here is a new concept in the field of diplomacy was emerged. And what is that concept? That concept is multilateral diplomacy, and we can say that Congress of Vienna and the Concert of Europe was one of the first displays of multilateral diplomacy, because more than two states representatives were there in this series of congresses, because this conflict and the wars were not between only two European states. Rather, this problem of violence and this problem of war was a multilateral problem. So, according to the nature of the issue, the same kind of treatment, the same kind of remedy, the same kind of solution is necessary. So the issue of the nature of the issue was multilateral. That's why they sought to sort out this issue by using multilateral diplomatic means. Another development is that during the 19th century there is a growth of another phenomena. And what is that phenomena? Colonization. Because different European states started to make different African and Asian countries, Asian regions as their colonies. Why they started to start this practice? To have their political, to have their political control on these regions of Africa and Asia. And in this particular background, in this particular situation, the relation is defined between the colonizer and the colonized was not equal. As we said in our previous video, that when the Treaty of Westphalia was signed, the equality of the states was acknowledged, the equality of the states was admitted. But in this age of colonization, in the 19th century, the relationship between a colonizer and a colonized was not equal. So we can say that in this particular period, the scope of diplomacy was very limited, and the colonizing masters subdued and exploited their colonies. And this subordination completely depressed the scope of diplomacy in their relation, because one was behaving as master and the other was behaving as a slave. So when there was not an equality of the relations, so in that particular situation, both the states would not be in a position to negotiate and to dictate the different terms, different conditions of any treaty or any agreement. So we may say that in the 19th century, in the context of Africa and Asia, the scope of diplomacy remained very limited, and the major diplomatic developments were constrained only in the context of Europe. That was all about Congress of Vienna and the concert of Europe. I am just summarizing this video. What is Congress of Vienna? Congress of Vienna was a meeting of the ambassadors of different European monarchies who met at Vienna to ensure and to pursue peace by using different peaceful methods, instead of using violent activities, instead of using war. And what is Concert of Europe? Concert of Europe is a series of diplomatic conferences including Congress of Vienna. Take care. Allah Hafiz.